everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking on our level 20 carpentry quest. And let's see, what are we having for food today? We want to find a low-level carpentry food. Mashed popoto sounds good. Continue working through the massive food stockpile we have. We've also got a bunch of potions because we did some alchemy recently and stocked up on potions. Alright then, Beaton, I am back for more tutoring in the ways of carpentry. Timbermaster Beaton has a request for a well-traveled carpenter. Satora, my thoughts have turned to you lately. I trust you have honed your skills further since last we met. In that case, I have a request. Mayhap you have made iron lances before for your customers. However, you have not made them for me. As you doubtless know, my standards differ from those of others. An iron lance's design is one of elegance and simplicity, and I would see you demonstrate your understanding of those qualities through your work. This I ask of all my charges. The iron lance is a marriage of elm, iron, and leather. As you are doubtless aware, the requisite elm lumber and circles of leather are readily available within the city. Iron ingots, however, are much rarer, as they are forged by the smiths of Limsa Lominsa. Procuring them will prove far more problematic. You must steel yourself for a long and arduous journey, Satora. The wilderness is infested with unspeakable horrors, and the roads are watched by bandit hordes. But I jest. While such arduous character-building trials may have been possible once upon a time, they are, alas, simply unfeasible now. You need only browse the market boards or enlist the aid of a blacksmithing associate to obtain the iron you require. Oh, and there is but one more thing you must needs do. I would have you attach a single materia to the lance you craft. Any type will suffice. I find it hard to believe that an experienced adventurer like yourself could be unfamiliar with the substance, but on the off chance that you are, I suggest you seek out that goblin fellow in Central Thanalin. There is no one more knowledgeable on the subject, or so I have heard. When you are in possession of all the necessary materials, I bid you craft me a single materia-enhanced iron lance. Alright then, so that is our task for today's quest, an Iron Lance. Iron Lance is a level 20 crafting result. We already have one in our inventory, but I think we're currently using it. Also, it just feels better to make one for the quest itself. So in terms of raw materials, we need 3 elm log, 6 iron ore, and 1 animal hide. We already have the hard leather we need for this. So let's go ahead and make some elm lumber, which should be right up here. Perfect. And then it was an iron ingot, yes? 2 iron ingots. Alright then, let's go as an armorer. Just to double check. Armor is still lower than blacksmith, so yeah. So then, an iron ingot's gonna be down here. We need to make 2. And we got some spirit bond done, but yeah, I'm gonna try and save my material work for after the episode. Because I know that gets a little bit on the tedious side. Alright then, now that we have all of our materials, let's go ahead and make ourselves that iron lance, and I'm gonna want it to be high quality just because. So, we're gonna do it's supposed to be great strides, waste not innovation, and then we do our touch actions, but no, I forgot the pattern I was trying to build up to. I will get the hang of this eventually. It's only recently that I've started incorporating the 3 buffs over here into my rotation. Alright, made ourselves the iron lance. Now let's go ahead and make sure it has some materia. Let's see, critical hit rate sounds good for you. And let's go hand it over to Beaton. Is your lance ready? I am eager to see what you have wrought. Well, I think it came out quite well. You do not disappoint, Satora. Your lance exceeds my expectations. These formidable weapons were originally intended for use by the Ishgardian cavalry and were designed with the aim of maximizing their bearers' effectiveness on the field of battle. By utilizing the speed of his mount, a lance-wielding knight could easily deliver a devastating blow that would cripple, if not outright kill. But this mode of attack placed significant strain on both the rider and his weapon. Should the latter fail, the knight would be left defenseless. Needless to say, the Iron Lance proved to be anything but prone to failure, eventually prompting Gridania's Wood Whalers to adopt it as their own. The differences between the modern Gridanian weapon and the Ishgardian original are not so substantial, amounting to little more than a smaller vanplate. Our lances do not require the same protection as a mounted knight, you see. Fascinating, is it not, the history our weapons carry, how they change and evolve to meet different demands. Truly, whole things possess potential for growth, weapons and armor, forests and cities, and aspiring carpenters. Remember this too, Satora. The Iron Lance is a marvelous weapon not because it does not bend at the moment of impact, but because it does not break. To bend yet not break, to endure and persevere and finally triumph. When I gaze upon this lance, I am reminded of the singular importance of resolve, a quality I saw in you when first you joined us, and that will serve you well in the future. Whatever troubles you may face, remain resolute as an Iron Lance, and you will succeed. A lot of parallels between that lesson and the lessons we get in the Lancers Guild, but to be fair, we're making a lance for the Lancers Guild. Or for a Lancer, rather. Also, just generally a good lesson for real life, to be able to bend but not break when under stress. I tend to break, personally, but I've been getting better about that, and that's something that definitely is worth everyone learning how to do, is to bend but not break. Alright, for the crafting log today, we need 3 maple logs, 1 maple branch, 22 elm logs, 1 crow feather, 2 cotton bolls, 3 ash logs, 3 ash branches, 6 yew logs, 2 yew branches, 6 walnut logs, 3 maple logs, 1 maple branch. If I say anything repeating, that's because it's showing up multiple times on Teamcraft. You know what? I should probably be saying where these can all be found. Everything up to the ash branch in Central Shroud, yew branch and yew log in East Shroud, 6 walnut log in the South Shroud. North Shroud has 3 maple log, 1 maple branch, 3 ash log, 3 ash branch. Western Lenosia has 1 sunrise telin and 2 mudstone. Western Thanolin has 3 moko grass and 18 iron ore. Central Thanolin has 2 bone chips. Drops from enemies, we need 2 jellyfish umbrella, 2 beastskin blood, 1 animal skin, and 3 animal hides, all of which can be purchased from crafting shops. For our pre-crafting, we're going to need to make 1 maple lumber down at level 1 carpentry. Next up, we have 1 ash lumber at level 10. After that, at level 16, we have 7 elm lumber. And we hit level 30 for carpentry. Fantastic. Oh, we're so far ahead in levels on our crafters and gatherers. It's delightful. Don't have to worry about them falling behind for a long time. Alright, the last type of lumber we need to make for pre-crafting is technically in the new section of our crafting log, but we've had to make a little bit before for other classes. We need 2 yew lumber. Alright then, next up as an armor, because I'm still working on getting armor caught up in levels a little bit, we're going to need 6 iron ingots, next up after this, after the iron ingots, we have 3 hard leather, which I already have on hand, thankfully. And then beyond that, as a weaver, we need to make ourselves 2 hemp and yarn, which we can do in 1 craft. Then after that, 2 cotton yarn, which we can again do in 1 craft. Next up, we're going to hop over to Alchemist. And as an alchemist, we're going to make ourselves some animal glue, just 1 unit of it. Followed by some jellyfish humors at level 19. Alright, circling back around for the second tier of our pre-crafting. We need to make 1 maple longbow at level 7 of carpenter. 1 maple longbow, correct, I got the right bow. Next up at level 15, we have 1 ash short bow. As well as 1 wrapped maple longbow. Using the maple longbow we already made. No quick crafting, so we'll have to do this by hand. Oh shit, I did it again. I forgot to use great strides. Oh well. Alright, wrapped maple longbow is done. So next up we're going to circle around to armor once again. Make ourselves 2 sets of iron rivets. And the last thing we need to pre-craft is, as a weaver, we need to make 1 unit of undyed cotton cloth. Alright, that should be all of the pre-crafting we need to get done. So now let's start working through the actual crafting log. So first off, we're going to have a little bit of catch-up. Specifically, we're going to make ourselves a blank grade 1 orchestrion roll. Oh my god. I thought I had my elm logs on me. Oh come on, I thought I had those on me. Where are they? Where did you go? Are you still with my... No! Did I use up all my elm logs? Oh no. How have I done this? Oh no. I don't want to go out hunting. I thought I had that. I must have done a miscount somewhere. Let's see. 22 elm logs is what I listed as needing today. And I could have sworn I had all of that. I must have been just 1 short and miscounted what I was gathering. Okay, well, I can get those in Central Shroud, so I will be right back. Oops. Alright, made it back with 1 more elm log, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a blank grade 1 orchestrion roll. And this is going to be a pretty useful item. We're going to be using it to make quite a few of these orchestrion rolls, which, if we're looking to fill out our oh my god, tongue-tied. If we're looking to fill out our orchestrion, which is effectively the jukebox in this game, which I believe I have showed in the past, we're gonna need a few of these at least, so let's show this off. Get you crafted. Once again, forget to use great strides because I'm a fool. Okay, next thing we craft, I am going to make absolutely sure I remember to use great strides, then waste not, then innovation, and at some point, I need to rework my hotbars now that I'm working that into my rotation. Okay, that should be the last thing in the level 16 to 20 set we needed to craft, so next up, we can move on to level 20 to 21 to 25. Starting off with an elm velocity bow using the ash short bow we made, let's use up the elm high quality elm lumber as well. Great strides, waste not, innovation, basic touch. Probably way too overkill, but I want to get in the habit because a lot of this honestly is muscle memory. All right, elm velocity bow is done. Next up, we have the U radical. Okay, without any high quality input materials, we'll have a much better idea of how overpowered this first touch action will be. 225. Not bad. When regularly... Oh, right. It's still considering the boost, so that's not going to be helpful. Okay. Use Veneration to get that increased. Regular progress. By this point, it has to have worn off, right? Yeah, we had well over double. Only double? That can't be right. No, because Great Stride's already... I'm going to pay close attention to that next thing we craft. I want to see exactly how this all works out. Next up, we have an Iron Gisarm. Okay, so we start out with 90 out. Alright, so 90 is our starting. Great Strides will give us 180. Waste Nuts. Innovation. The Innovation puts us up to 225. Okay, that sounds correct. Given we start at 90, that sounds correct. That's a really good starting boost. So that makes me happy. And that gets us all the way maxed out in just 3 steps. Yeah, this feels like what we're supposed to be doing. This feels powerful. Alright, Iron Gisarm done. Next on the list is a Mudstone Grinding Wheel. I wonder if I can set up like a macro. Some good macro that can automatically do the steps for increasing quality and whatnot. That might be a good idea. Then I can also clear up my hotbar a little bit. Just have specifically an increase quality button, increase progress button. Okay, next up we have an Elm Spinning Wheel. Of course, doing that whole prep round does use up a lot of our CP, so that's possibly an issue. Alright, Mudstone Grind... Nope, sorry. Elm Spinning Wheel is done. Mudstone Grinding Wheel is also done. Wrapped Elm Longbow is next. Make sure we have that high quality hard leather and no quick synthesis even after we make it. Sadness. Okay, I say that using that initial prep round is expensive, but it gives us such a huge initial boost to our progress. I feel like it might be cheaper for the CP we spend. Alright, next up is one U-Crook. Oh crap, I screwed it up again. Alright, let's see. I do want to check something real quick. I'm just scrolling up through my pre-craft logs, because I seem to remember... Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I just wanted to double check one thing. We're going to need this walnut lumber for something, which is what I wanted to double check, what it was that we were going to need. Alright, next up we've got Elm Patins. Ah, starting to finish up a lot of our materials. Good. Get that inventory nice and clear. God, I'm barely even worried about getting goods or excellence with this prep round. It is solid. Alright, Elm Patins done. Next up is one walnut lumber. And we're only gonna need one for the things we need to craft today. Alright, walnut lumber complete. Next up, we have an initiate's grinding wheel to immediately use that lumber. Alright, beautiful. And the last thing on our crafting log for the day is a U fishing log. Fishing rod! Oh my god. Brain. Brain no work! A fishing log? What the hell is a fishing log supposed to be, I wonder? And that completes our carpentry crafting log for the day. That went really smooth. I am very pleased with that. Went right down the list, got everything done. There was only 12 things to make, but still, it feels good. It feels good that it was so nice and simple to get done and out of the way. So then, with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I'm going to, of course, off-screen be putting that all into my armory chest, seeing what works as an upgrade to what I have now. And next time, we're going to be heading back to our good old friends back at the Twin Adder to pick up the final quest in this chapter of the game. I will see everyone next time for that.